The NDA it does not exist. What is happening? What is with all these leaks? Well, it seems like there has been a ton of Deadlock leaks, and these leaks are getting out of hand. This is ridiculous. We're going to be talking about a good amount of these leaks, including some of the responses and a whole bunch of other things that are very interesting. So let's get right into it. Let's go through the history of these leaks. So far, from all the leaks that we've seen that have been public, that's majority of the stuff I am going to be talking about, which is a lot. First off, we had gotten 4 very compressed, low resolution screenshots of the game. This sent people into a frenzy because, for one, they're like, what is this game? Why does it look like this? This looks like this, that, X, Y, and Z. And now we've gotten to the point that not only do we have fully fledged videos showing off all the hero abilities, which for one is completely nuts, but we also have full-on 2 minutes match gameplay. And then we also have even frag movies of the game itself, which is kind of insane. It's absolutely interesting, including the character roster and the character portraits that have been leaked for the game. Now, fair warning, I do want to mention that the game itself is still an alpha. It's an early development build. At least that's what I've seen from one of these videos. It mentions it after showing the logo. And on top of that, majority of the stuff obviously is not final. So I do understand at the same time that most of the stuff could be placeholder and things are bound to change. A lot of people mention about the art style and how they don't really like the art style just because, for one, it looks really play and weird Dota-esque. And that's definitely going to rub some people the wrong way just because, for one, they don't like that style. I think that's understandable, and I know that this game has that style, but it's very obvious that it's not final. So if there's one thing that I'm absolutely proud of that a ton of people are finally noticing, is that the game does kind of seem like Monday Night Combat, which is a very, very old game long ago. That was probably back when I was in early middle school, high school, that time period, playing that game. It kind of reminds me of that game, which was incredibly cool to see. And it's nice to see that even more people are recognizing that, oh, this kind of feels like Monday Night Combat or Super Monday Night Combat, which is the sequel to that game. Let's talk more about what has been going on here. The leaks have gotten so crazy to the point where there's even a gameplay video of when the game was formerly known as Neon Prime or Citadel, which shows even more gameplay. And it seems like the only thing that has truly changed was the environment and overall the presentation of the game. The gameplay itself kind of stayed the same, but it's just, that's the only thing. Neon Prime was more sci-fi and kind of futuristic compared to what Deadlock is, which is a 1940s, 1950s sort of fantasy styled feeling game with the same mechanics and other things that you would already have seen in the game. So majority of the stuff is very, very, very interesting to me. And I still think that, I don't know how anyone even got gameplay video of Neon Prime. That to me is very interesting. Either way, so much has really changed within that time. Who knows when this exact build of Neon Prime was even kind of around. I would assume, since many people mention, especially one of Tyler McVicker's videos has mentioned that the game was in development since 2018, that this would have to be at least a 2019, 2018, or 2020 build when the pandemic started. Majority of the stuff still stays the same. You can tell and you could see okay, there's a couple different changes. The maps and lanes and everything are still the same, but not really too much difference other than aesthetically between the way that it actually visually looks with the characters and all. Let's talk a bit more about the gameplay. So the gameplay, as it mentions here, is going to be kind of more just like your traditional MOBA, alongside with some third-person shooter or hero shooter elements, which is very interesting because in a way, it does kind of seem like a MOBA, but isn't like a MOBA. That's the weird part about it. The more that I look at it, the more that I feel okay, I get the aspects of the lanes, having the lanes and then having minions and shooting here and there and trying to do that, which is the MOBA aspect. But there's another layer of skill curve having it as a third-person shooter. There's more that you have to do. You have to aim. You have to make sure to pre-fire or do other things to get the kill that you want when you're hunting down other enemies on the other team. So it's very, very interesting to see all these different things kind of overall play together and what Valve is trying to incorporate, creating this game and taking aspects from not only just one genre of game, but others that are kind of meshed all together within this. So obviously, we have yet to even hear about Valve's response. I know that one of Gabe Follower's tweets has mentioned specifically they wanted to go out of the way to build up this game with the community, and this is something that they really, really wanted to do. The amount of leaks that have been happening so far, it's ridiculous. It's actually insane. So with all of these things that go on, it's just, what can we really expect at this point that has not been leaked of this specific build of Deadlock, right? Almost everything. It seems like almost everything has been completely leaked, just down to the characters, the abilities, even movies that were made by God knows who, showing off all these really cool, crazy kills and all this other stuff. So again, it goes back to my other previous video where I was talking about the mixed reviews. We can see that some people are genuinely very interested in the game and others are just completely turned off from the idea because of the way that it looks or that it plays or anything like that. And they feel currently within this market that it's pretty much just like oversaturated or other things like that. Reminder, there really isn't too many other sort of MOBA games like this, or rather hero shooters. The only ones that we have so far are Overwatch and Marvel Rivals for the hero shooter era. That's like over there. For the MOBA end, we have Dota 2, League of Legends, and Smite. So the fact that there is really not too much going on.
Hey, Future Iridium here. I do understand that a lot of people are going to say that there is quite a bit of hero shooters that are around, as I forgot to mention a couple of them as you've seen earlier. But at the same time, I know that with this argument, obviously, what I meant to say was that this game can almost kind of fit into its own lane between these genres because it is a hybrid between both of them, between both MOBA and hero shooter games. And even though that there is both of them, maybe that there is a market or group of people that will actually really enjoy the idea of having both of these game genres smashed together. Hence, making this game exist and possibly create its own lane. There could be a chance. There could be a chance, but obviously the overall right now is that it is a shame because a lot of people are seeing an unfinished product. And with that on top of it, nothing's gonna be final. So what you see is not what you get, at least right now. Who knows? That could change. With my thoughts about all of this stuff, it is a shame that we do see these leaks that are happening, for one, because it just seems like people are just completely dismantling whatever NDA this is. And at the same time, most of this stuff that is being shown is just getting showcased off and leaked. But at the same time, in a neutral stance, it's not finished. It's an alpha. There's still so much more to go with it. It's an early development build. I know that it seems like I'm probably defending it, but at the same time, it's too early to fully judge. Any of this stuff could change at any point in time if this game even comes out at all. That's just kind of like my opinions and overall thoughts. But what do you guys think? I think with all these different leaks, this has been absolutely insanity. And the fact that we do get to see how much there is with this game and so much that we can see that is being leaked and revealed through other people. Will Valve actually carry on with this game as it's been in development for quite a long while? Or will this just be a thing where obviously it does come out and they just still give it a shot just because of the way that it is and all the stuff that happened regardless of the leaks? We don't really know, but let me know what you guys think down below. And of course, if you do want to check out a video talking a bit more about Gary Newman and Facepunch's new game, Gary's Mod Spiritual Successor Sandbox, feel free to check out this video here. And otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.